Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dana. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let's get right into this Darcy gameplay. So as you can see, when you're on Darcy, you want to be leveling up your second skill because it deals way more damage than your first skill at level 1. And yes, you just want to be building that. Whenever you get your passive too, when you're in your jungle, generally you want to be leveling up, or you want to be instantly using that second skill. You know, you can always see, sometimes I'll mess it up like there by accident. I use the first skill when my passive was fully charged, but for the most part you want to be using your second skill. Here you can see that I'm getting invaded, and as soon as I see that the red buff's being taken, I instantly jump into the bush, but the Richter's there, and you can see that I use my immunity to get away from that knockup that the Richter was trying to give me, and we were actually able to escape that with pretty much no HP taken away. Here you can see that I'm just chasing the Richter. I throw down my second skill after I use my first, of course, because the first skill slows the target. So here the Fennec is right on top of me. That's why I use my first skill, and I don't attack the Fennec right away, guys. You can see that I want to take full advantage of the immunities whenever I can, and you can see in situations like where I was getting invaded there, and when I lost my blue, or excuse me, when I lost my red, you can see that I was just holding on to the first skill, blue state, and just holding on to that immunity, making sure that I don't die. And again, when that Fennec dove into that bush, being super aggressive onto us, we did not let him target us because the first skill makes us untargetable and makes us receive 50% less damage. It's really an amazing skill to use as an escape. Here you can see that I use my first skill to get some healing. I use my ultimate onto this Natalia. I ulti in, which is pretty much a mistake, and you can see again the Fennec being super aggressive here. He just rolls into us. We try to use our first skill to get away, makes us untargetable, but at that point it does not matter, and the Fennec has 2 marks onto us, which explodes and kills us for sure. So we did die there. That was because we kind of overestimated the amount of damage that we were going to be dealing to that Natalia. Darcy's OP, but not that strong, Zane. So I definitely should have not went in with the ultimate. I think the combo was good that we did there, but the only thing that we did bad was there was really no need to finish up with the teleportation to the ultimate. When you go back to the ultimate, it does do a little bit of damage, but it's not that much, so I kind of overestimated the amount of damage that I was going to be dealing with that, which is my fault completely. I should have just taken the poke damage and ran with it. Should have just left it at that. You can see that I just am going to clear this mid wave because the flash is bot, and instantly going to go back down to my red. You can see here that I'm buying my boots, and actually, guys, my red got invaded again. So I send a quick thank you there because I'm pissed off because I don't know where my red's been. I lost it the first time, now I'm losing it the second rotation, and at this point it's pretty ridiculous. But you can see that we're still doing pretty good. You know, we're 2-1-1. This Baldum I don't think really knows that he's a support. I don't even think he builds support item ever this game, so we really didn't have a support. They were just duo laning. I think he might have been like a first time support or something because he wanted to jungle and I took it away from him. Here you can see that both of them are grouped up, so I'm going to use both my huge second skill AoEs. I'm going to use the one from the passive and just the regular. And notice, guys, when you're on Darcy, of course you want to be waiting a bit while you're while you ulti. You want to wait a bit because the second skill has time. The time for it to explode is pretty short compared to your ulti, so about halfway through your ulti is done, that's when you want to be using your second skill and your bombs to make sure that they go off as soon as they're recalled back to your ultimate. Anyways, here you can see that we're there with the Baldum. We throw our second skill as soon as the Natalia comes up from the ground, but actually she survives pretty healthily with a lot of HP to her name. Anyways, our red is finally up for once, so we're actually going to be able to get that. That's pretty nice. I think my Hayate wanted it because you can see he's there, and the Grok is again trying to steal that red buff. Maybe that's why he came over there. But yeah, as soon as that's done, we're just going to go back to our blue side, wasting no time on our farm. Just going to be trying to get as fed as possible this match. We can see here that they accidentally reset a minion. Here the Richter just used his immunity, guys, so I knew that I could use my ultimate. Guys, if the Richter didn't use his immunity, I probably wouldn't have used my ultimate because if the Richter uses his immunity as soon as he knows that my ult is going to recall him, he can instantly just cancel out my entire combo, and now I just wasted all my skills. So I waited until I saw that that Richter definitely did not have his immunity, and also it takes him 5 seconds in between each immunity to be able to use another. Here you can see that I'm just comboing on this Natalia. Again, we use our first skill to its max potential, and we grab Fennec on the way out because we know that we just saw him roll into us. Again, being super aggressive. I don't know what's with this Fennec and being aggressive. Here you can see that we use our first skill, grab a bit more HP, and escape away from that Grok, actually, which is very nice. We were able to do that. Saves our life completely. We would have definitely died if our first skill was not up there. I'm pretty sure the first skill makes you untargetable to towers, actually, which is pretty ridiculous for tower dives. You could do basically anything you want on this hero, I swear. But there's some fighting going on mid. Our team actually trades Baldum and Flash for Natalia. You can see that my Hayate ADC is super low. My Zuka's fighting as well, so there's some nice fighting going on. I'm going to clear this mid while my mid laner is dead. Just going to stack up my passive. Again, see some fighting going on top. So he actually dies. He gets ganked by the Richter. Guys, Richter's so strong. People seriously underestimate Richter. After he's gotten like a nerf, quote unquote, it really wasn't a nerf. This hero is just so busted. Excuse me. Anyways, here you can see that I use my first skill, second skill rather, to clear the wave. I catch the Fennec as soon as he rolls away, and I teleport onto him because I do not want to get hooked by Grok. Again, you can see that I just use my first skill and I just walk away in it. I do not try to basic attack with the first skill. I just use it merely as an escape. Here again, the Richter's on me, so I punish him and use my first skill to run away, and while he's leaving I am able to snipe him down with the first skill, and we are able to pick up like 2 or 3 kills there. Very nice plays by us there. I'm kind of scared that this Natalia is here. If she's gonna be playing as aggressive as the enemy Fennec is too, maybe she'll just flicker on us and try to kill us. So I'm just going to leave that and try to take this dragon down while all of them are respawning. And again, this Fennec, guys, I don't know what is up with this Fennec, but you can see that we just nuke that dragon at 4k HP. It is ours. Completely ridiculous burst damage. That at like 4k HP, we are just able to decimate it. You know, usually Fennec is like one of the best heroes at securing the drag with his marks, but Darcy may have just taken that spot because, you know, if you combo like 2 second skills, it's just ridiculous. And here you can see that the Baldum is actually jungling and clearing mid lane. He also does a lot of damage. That's because he has Mantle of Ra. He, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, he is not building support, but of course it's going to work out for us. We don't really care what our teammates are doing. We can carry, since we just got Darcy, the second strongest hero in the game. Again, everyone's fighting, and I'm not too excited. I really don't want to join any fights because I don't want this Richter to come behind me and just massacre me. Again, Richter's so scary. Seriously underrated. Way better than Varus, I think. Richter, just his ability to do stuff in teams fights with the double dash is out of this world. Anyways, we can see that there's some stuff going on top. Our Zuka actually is about to get hooked, as you'll see. He doesn't even get hooked. Wow, he literally just walks into that bush, which is ridiculous, but he does fall there, as you can see, while we were waiting in these bushes. I use my first skill onto the Richter to slow him, make him easier to hit with my ultimate, but actually, guys, he just uses his immunity, and that's why, like I was saying earlier, you do not want to be using your ult while the Richter has his immunities up. He can just make it completely useless. He can either A, just dodge the initial ulti to where it won't even bring him back anyways. Anyways, guys, you can see here that the Natalia, I throw my second skill right after I use my first skill, which slows her so much, the first skill, especially if you have red buff. You know, it's just a 60% slow as it is. So if you're actually hitting them with red buff too, there's no way they're going to be able to escape from your second skill unless they use a flicker or something like that. Anyways, here we're just going to be jungling. You can see that we actually got our Ray's Blessing. So basically, we're going to lifesteal off so hard. Here, look at this tower damage gone. It's like a Violet or a Scud on a tower. A ranged Scud, if you will. here we can see that the are taking the Dragon Fennec right behind my ADC, so pretty surprised that the Fennec actually didn't kill there. You can see here that I am able to two-shot that Fennec. I actually missed my ulti completely on that Grok, but it's fine, and we are still able to pick up some nice damage. See some fighting going on over here, so I'm just going to drop the drag and try and participate in this. Again, I use my charged up basic attack, my charged up passive first skill, and again guys, just look at this. I'm 2v1ing them right now. Completely ridiculous stuff. I use my ultimate, I use my first skill, and I teleport back to my ulti, and that is enough to completely decimate the Natalia's HP bar, and it's just so crazy. I actually steal the drag and the buff from my ADC there. Pretty funny stuff, but I want to look good for the YouTube views, of course. So we're just going to take that and basically 1v5 from here on, because we just have that buff. Again, look at this Grok, guys. Look at this. I was just in shock. That Grok tried to disrespect us. He was walking up way too far for us. Like, guys, if you get hit by my ulti this late into the game, you're dead. There's no way around it. Look at that, Richter. You don't even have to get hit by my ulti. Just my first skill, and it will nuke you down. This is the power of a very good Darcy. If you have any sort of gold tier name in the late game, he just one-shots you. It is unbelievable. Again, look at this right here. Use ulti, teleport to it, and use my first skill. I didn't even have to use my first skill onto that Natalia. If she lived, I would have used my first skill and she would have just been melted, because the first skill alone does like 80% of your HP. You can see I dropped my 2 traps because I know the Grok's coming. The Fennec actually rolls in there, but we end before we are able to kill him. I actually did want to kill him there, which kind of sucks, but pretty amazing gameplay, guys. Seriously, you could see that even when we got invaded so hard there, we lost both of our starting reds, and we were still able to come back in this and just deal absolute work. We died pretty early too. 46% damage, 26% taken. That is pretty insane, guys. I hope this guide helps you all in your macro and micro, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.